Hey y'all, welcome back to the DG Outdoors channel. Guys, in today's video, I have a 16-inch bolt versus a 20-inch bolt comparison video. And we're going to test accuracy, we're going to test penetration, all that kind of stuff. But first, guys, we are going to measure each one of these bolts. Now, this is the Elong Outdoors Recruit 16-inch bolt, okay, with a 100 grain field point. We're going to measure or weigh this 100 grain field point. And then one of the bolts that came from our Ranch Airgun Fun channel is a 20-inch unbranded bolt. And I believe this has a 100 grain field point, but we're going to measure it. And the reason I chose this to go up against this is this came from Amazon, and I believe these did too, to try to keep the test as equal as possible. So let's measure these and weigh them, and then we're going to shoot one a piece to see how much penetration we get, and then we'll do a 3-bolt group at 20 yards. So this should be a fun little video just to see what happens. The crossbow we will be using in this test is the Wild Game Innovations XBR 250 recurve crossbow. Advertised feet per second is 250. The carbon to carbon length of the unbranded 20-inch bolt is 20 inches, as you guys can tell. The carbon to carbon length of the 16-inch bolt is 16 inches. The overall grain weight of the 20-inch unbranded bolt is 457.2 grains. And that bolt is rocking a 125 grain point on it. Just because I can't math very well. The total bolt weight without the 125 grain field point is 332 grains. Alright, y'all, now the total grain weight of the Elong 16-inch bolt is 345.6 grains. Field tip weight is 100 grains even. And again, because I can't math, and because I just to make it fair on this one, the weight of the bolt without the field point is 245.4 grains. Alright, guys, so we have a 4-inch difference in length of these bolts and a total grain weight of 112 grains difference between each bolt. So let's go shoot these things and see how they do. Alright, guys, so I am going to be shooting off my Gen 3 trigger stick by Primos to keep my shots as steady as possible. First shots are going to be penetration tests, okay? The Elong Outdoors bolt is going to be first. And yeah, we're going to take some duct tape down to the target after I shoot it and mark where the shaft meets the target, and then measure the penetration. Alright, y'all, here we go. Penetration test. Elong Outdoors 16-inch bolt. Aiming dead center for this target right here. There's that shot. Alright, guys, penetration shot with the 20-inch unbranded bolts with the 125 grain field point on them. Dead center of this target. Alright, let's go check out these shots and get to measuring. Walking down to the target. Got the duct tape here. I'm going to go grab the tripod before I show you guys the target real quick. Alright guys, here's my 2 shots on the target. I was aiming right here, dead center. Here's my 16-inch bolt. Here's the 20-inch bolt. So I had to back the camera up so you guys could get the whole view of the target here. We're gonna put a little bit of duct tape here. Not very much at all. To the spot where it meets the target. Just a little piece of duct tape. Where it meets the target there. Okay. Okay. Pull each one out. Just like that, there's duct tape on both of them. Let's go measure them out and see which one got better penetration. Alright guys, so on the 16-inch E-Long Outdoors bolt, sitting at 345 grains, I measured from the tip of the field point to the duct tape. We got 5.5 inches of penetration at 20 yards. So with the Amazon bolt, we got a total penetration of 5 3/4 inches of penetration, and that's measuring from the point to the duct tape there. Sorry, I had to go back and look, but this had a total grain weight of 457 grains. So that was pretty interesting. Yes, a heavy arrow does have more momentum down at the target. I just thought it'd have more than that, and it could have something to do with my overly robust 65-pound Morel Yellow Jacket Kinetic 1.0 target down there that has no FPS limit on it. But it was still interesting to see how each bolt would penetrate coming out of a 250 feet per second crossbow. So now let's do grouping. We're going to take 3 shots with each bolt. See how well it does. Alright guys, 3-shot group test. First up is the E-Long Outdoors 16-inch bolts. I'm going to aim dead center of the target and see how well we can group these and go measure the group after. First shot. Second shot. And third shot. Next up is the unbranded 20-inch bolts. I did not go down and pull the 16-inch bolts or measure anything because I'm going to measure the group and then the distance from the bullseye. So here we go, first shot. First shot. Second shot. Third shot, 20-inch bolts. Here we go. Alright guys, let's go check out these shots. I can't wait to see the results. Got the tape measure ready. So go down here and check out these shots. I'm interested to see which group is tighter and how well it actually did. Wow. Okay, this is cool. This is really cool. Alright guys, so I'm going to cut in right here. I must have accidentally hit the stop button when I went to measure from the center of the bullseye to the farthest arrow on the 16th and the farthest arrow to the 20 inch. And yeah, so supposedly on the 16 inch I had a 3-inch group, okay, from arrow to arrow on the 16s, and almost the same exact on the 20. Now I honestly can't remember, which kind of frustrates me, but you guys will see this last clip of me talking about how well the arrows did, and I didn't get any of the measuring of the bolts on camera, so there goes my test, and I've already, you know, put everything up. So I was just trying to edit that out when I noticed that, so I'm sorry, but I still hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. That wasn't the greatest measuring there, but I'm surprised these bolts did as well as they did, and I almost hit bullseye with them. Pretty cool. I mean, yeah, that 16 and that 3 right there in the center are about the same exact distance apart. That's pretty dang cool. And I believe I had a flyer in each one. This would have been the flyer right here on the 20, and that would have been the flyer on the 16. So what did this test really show me? I honestly have no idea, other than the fact that I can shoot both these bolts, even though they're 112 grains difference per arrow, and still get it pretty close to the bullseye. Penetration isn't very far off. They shoot wonderfully out of my bow, my crossbow. And it was me just getting out here, having fun, and testing out different bolts and seeing how well they did. So guys, that's today's video. I know it wasn't very scientific, but I still had fun out here. Y'all remember, like, comment, subscribe. Remember, Jesus loves you. Remember to push. Pray until something happens, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.